Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today's topic is going to be breaking down the New York Jets versus the Oakland Raiders coming up this Sunday. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right into today's topic and talk about the Oakland Raiders, who are 6-4, coming off of a 3-game win streak. Now, what goes in the Jets' favor is that usually when West Coast teams come to the East Coast and have to play a 1 o'clock game, they struggle. And the Raiders are obviously fitting in that bill. But if you look at this team on paper, they are a little bit better than the Jets. We're going to break down this game and really get into this big stuff. To me, one of the big things is Derek Carr is playing much better this year than what he was last year. He's definitely having a bounce back year. He's got 15 touchdown passes, and his passer rating is 105.2. He's having a great year. Is passer rating overrated as a stat? Probably a little bit, yes, but you have to be able to look just with the eye test and see, okay, this guy is playing miles better than what he was last year. Rookie running back Josh Jacobs has had a phenomenal year for the Oakland Raiders. He has 923 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns in 10 games. He's having a beast rookie season. But here's the positive spin zone for the New York Jets. They have the second-rated defensive DVOA in terms of stopping the run. They are phenomenal at it. That is the strength of this team. They are great at stopping the run, so they should theoretically take Jacobs out of this game. If they're able to hold Saquon Barkley to 1 yard, I think they're going to be able to contain Josh Jacobs. And do they hold him to 1 yard? No. But I think they definitely keep him under 100, and he's not going to be a game wrecker on Sunday because the Jets' defensive line, led by Falou Fatukasi and Nathan Shepard, weird to say that when you had Leonard Williams and currently have Quinnen Williams, but nonetheless, that defensive unit is led by those two guys. They're great at stopping the run. Where I look for the Raiders to attack is their tight end. Darren Waller has had a phenomenal year with Oakland this year. He has skyrocketed up the tight end rankings, and for me, I think he's going to be a mismatch against this Jets defense because usually Jamal Adams is probably the best guy you want to put on a tight end, but he's been so effective coming off the edge on a blitz or staying up in the box. I don't think they're going to use him in coverage as much. So who does that leave? Potentially Marcus May, potentially one of your other corners, or maybe a linebacker. And hopefully it's not a linebacker because that'll be a major mismatch. But I think the tight end position is going to be something that hurts the Jets when they're trying to defend it. The Jets defense has been pretty good against the run for sure. Against the pass, they've been okay, but not great. That's definitely one of the weaker points because of how poor their secondary is. And I think that's going to be put on display a little bit on Sunday. So looking at the Oakland Raiders and their DVOA numbers, they're ranked overall 11th, which is really good. I mean, that is in the top half of the league, obviously. They are a borderline playoff team, so they're trending in the right direction. DVOA overall 11th. Offense is where this team really thrives. They are 7th in the league in offensive DVOA. Defensively, though, they struggle. They are, 29th in the league in defensive DVOA. Not good. They do not have a good defense. That unit definitely needs some work, which means the New York Jets should be able to capitalize a little bit, and hopefully Sam Darnold has a pretty good day, which leads me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is my predictions for Sam Darnold. Theoretically, Sam should have a really good day, and in weeks gone by, he's attempted about 30 passes. That's where the Jets have kept him at. But this week, I think he throws a little bit more. I'll put him at 34. So let's say he is 22 of 34 for about 325 yards. I think he'll throw 2 touchdown passes, and I think he will not turn over the football, which is the biggest thing. Because last week against the Redskins, he threw for 4 touchdowns. He had a really good game, except for one terrible throw. He attempted to hit, I think it was Ty Montgomery, on a screen pass and way overshot it over his head. He was under pressure, and he threw a pick. Too many times Sam Darnold has gotten pressure and panicked and made a bad throw. He's got to learn to throw it away. He's got to learn to throw it at the receiver's feet. And I think he's able to capitalize against a weaker defense and put up some pretty big numbers, which is another positive step in the development of Sam Darnold. So put me down for 325 yards and 2 touchdowns with 0 turnovers for Sammy this week. I expect Griffin and Crowder to have big games again. I'm going to have both of those guys catching a touchdown pass. I also think they make it 5 games in a row where they score on their opening drive. For whatever reason, Adam Gase is phenomenal at opening scripts and then slowly gets worse after that. But on the opening scripts, he really knows what to do. And again, against the weak defense, I think they're going to be able to put up a touchdown in their first drive for the 5th week in a row, which is something that is pretty rare for the New York Jets. Their offenses usually struggle. And yeah, it has struggled this year, but they've been very good on opening drives. And I think that success continues on Sunday. I think Josh Jacobs will rush for less than 75 yards. I think he'll be around 60, maybe 70 in that range. But I don't think he's going to score a touchdown. I think that the Oakland offense is going to be more successful by using the tight end and throwing the ball a little bit more. So I think Carr has the bigger day than Josh Jacobs. And I guess we can get into my final score prediction. I think the Raiders win this game. I think they're going to win. It's going to be a tight one, 23-17. I just don't think the Jets are quite there yet in order to hang with a team that is definitely better than them. Yes, they've beaten up on the Giants and the Redskins, but combined, those teams have 3 wins. The Raiders have 6 wins. They're over 500. They're on a 3-game win streak. They're hot. They have a good offense. I don't think they're going to be able to win this game. I wouldn't be stunned if they won, but I'm going with the Raiders, and I would take them against the spread too, even though, like I mentioned earlier in the video, it is a West Coast team coming to the East Coast, playing at 1 o'clock. Still like the Raiders in this one. I think the Jets are going to drop to 3-8 this week. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or you can get at me on social media. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Talk to you guys next time.